Hello again, and welcome back to ZSW TV. Congratulations! You are level 5, and you're standing in front of a bunch of NPCs trying to pick your class. Just like many who came before you, you are about to ask the ultimate question. What is the best class in the game, and what class should I play? Well, the NPCs are no help, so you tried Google and found this table at the top of the search result. Wow, that's a lot of information there. But what does it all mean? Good question. See, this is a bit of a predicament. Here we have words, but words don't help explain how the classes actually perform, so we're not going to go off this table. Instead, we're going to try and figure out what really matters to a PvP class. When people say Class X is the best PvP class, it usually comes down to three things: defense, damage, or locks. Except there is a bit of a problem if we try to apply these concepts to Swordsman directly. Remember, in Swordsman, the real fight is in the engagement. Classes differ mainly by their ability to land their combo in the first place. All classes have ways to evade attempts at landing combos through means of block, dodge, and jump. These three utility skills are the bread and butter of defense. All classes have these skills, and you can use them to avoid all combos in this game. So even if you have very high damage and very long locks, it doesn't matter if you can't land your skills. On the other hand, if you have a very easy to land combo, you'll be just fine even if you have very low damage. So with that said, we are going to focus mainly on the ways in which classes can land a combo. Splendors have fast activating skills, making them good at outcontesting their opponents. While they require a close distance to begin their combo, their speed more than makes up for it. Additionally, they also have several gap closers at their disposal. However, they are most notable for having one of the fastest grab in the game. The grab can be used both defensively and offensively. With proper timing, knowledgeable player can use the grab to make it much more difficult for their opponent to avoid their combo. Advanced players can also use animation cancelling to try and land their combo before their opponent can react. Finally, Splendor skills have inherently high damage, making it possible to defeat an opponent without combos as well. Harmonies generally play patiently, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Harmony has a unique property in that their main skill is unblockable, but does not work versus air targets. A Harmony's opponents tend to employ various tactics to bring themselves into the air in order to evade Harmony combos. On the other hand, Harmonies will employ their own tactics to catch the opponent on the ground. Harmonies also have two additional skills that prevents their opponent from jumping. Advanced players can employ animation cancelling to try and land their combo before the opponent can react. There is another less popular playstyle that focuses on various knockdown skills to kill their opponent through accumulated damage. Unfortunately, there is a pretty major bug affecting this class at this moment, so I would personally recommend staying away from it until it is fixed. Despite being known as a tank class, Shaolins have quite a few long-ranged gap closers. Due to their speed, it is difficult for Shaolins to straight up land their combo. Instead, knowledgeable Shaolins generally employ knockdowns and grabs to assist them in doing so. Shaolin's skill damage isn't all that low either, but there aren't too many ways of playing this class. However, this doesn't mean Shaolin is a class to be underestimated. A full Shaolin combo can potentially be more damaging than that of a Splendor's. Sun and Moon have two primary ways to begin their combo. The first method is medium ranged but extremely fast, allowing them to land it before their opponent can react. The second method has longer range, but it's significantly slower, so a bit of mind game is required. Sun and Moons may find it difficult to land their combo on opponents holding down block. However, they have several skills that enable them to easily get behind their opponents in order to circumvent that. Advanced Sun and Moon players can also make use of animation cancelling to not only get behind their opponent, but also land their combo at the exact same time. It is also worth keeping in mind that Sun and Moon has the highest damage per combo out of the Exo attack classes. The limitation of this class is that you practically must play it in classical mode, as action mode will not work out too well for you. Zephyrs live up to their name. They are very good at staying in the air. While they have several ways to start their combo, they are most infamous for their dash. Their dash not only enables them to stay in the air and cover huge distances quickly, but it also allows them to begin their combo as soon as it hits you, and it can be used several times consecutively. This essentially allows them to jump circles around their opponent, making it difficult for their opponent to react to their landing. Zephyrs also have a few scale for utility purposes, which are mainly personal preference. Finally, Zephyrs also have the highest damage per combo out of the endo attack classes. Wu-Tangs are pretty much two classes in one, as they have two completely opposite playstyles. There is also a third, less popular playstyle which basically mixes the first two. Their first playstyle does not utilize combos. They make up for this by constantly having skills available to keep attacking their opponent. None of the skills are threatening on their own, but when combined can essentially prevent their opponent from doing anything at all. The second playstyle focuses on defense, as most of their attacks are ranged. This playstyle is most notable for being able to land their combo at range, and have the ability to choose where to land it. This tends to make it difficult for the opponent to react. They also have several skills that they can use to assist them in mobility, but regardless which playstyle you choose, the main downside of this class is that their damage tends to be very low. MAs have the most variety in playstyles. What all the playstyles have in common though is that there are many ways for MAs to begin their combo. However, all the methods are easily avoidable if you predict them. As such, much of the battle against an MA is actually a mind game. While MA's damage per hit isn't the highest, they are capable of chaining multiple skills together to form long combos. Some of the longer combos are long enough to defeat an opponent before it even finishes. House-Tong is the true ranged class on Swordsman. Their skills focus exclusively on preventing their opponent from reaching them. They also have the ability to move while using some of their skills to gain even more distance. In addition, they can stay airborne for a while and attack while doing so. While House-Tongs technically do have a combo, the damage it does is significantly lower compared to most classes. As such, House-Tongs generally win by accumulating their damage. They are unique in that one of their skill is ranged, unblockable, and unavoidable. Thus, the only way to avoid a House-Tong's combo is to just outrange the skill completely. While this is difficult for beginners, at a higher level of gameplay, avoiding this skill is a mind game. Infinities are most notable for their counters, which works by negating your opponent's attack while counter-attacking them at the same time. And Infinity's opponents have to play carefully around them, as using the wrong skill will instead get themselves comboed. However, most classes have skills that counter. This makes a battle against an Infinity a huge mind game. Should the opponent decide to simply do nothing, an Infinity's not helpless either. They have means of starting the combo and activating their counters on their own terms. Even though an Infinity's damage per hit isn't that high, Infinity players can extend their combo for a very long time to make up for it. 5 Venoms are most notable for their AoE fields, which are good for both offense and defense. Most 5 Venom skills are on the slow side, so luring their opponent into the field is a good way to start their combo. With good timing, there are also several grabs at their disposal that can be used to help begin their combo. And that's it. Those are the 10 classes. Alright, so I didn't actually answer the question. But that's the thing. Person A may be really good at aggressive play, Person B may be really good at mind games, and Person C may be really good at defensive plays. Thus, they will like different classes, have different playstyle, and do equally well. One is an apple, and the other is an orange. We just can't compare them. So what can I say? The best class really is just personal preference. Not satisfied with my explanation? Well, that's to be expected, because in order to cover all the classes in depth, I'm going to be needing a lot more videos. So if you are interested in a particular class, or the game in general, then be ready for more videos in the days to come. So please like this video and subscribe to me if you want to see more, and stay tuned for more videos.